welcome to another Layman's Term show.
Throwback edition.
Throwback edition for all of our older listeners. Flip the sands of time.
Oh, right.
Mitch.
On it.
Now. We have a special edition. We've got our good friend,
colleague,
just joined the team, Cassie Guinn. Welcome. She's the new children's ministry director. Woo!
I got clap for myself.
So we thought we'd bring her in the studio and
let
ask
you
her some
all
questions.
realize how much cooler she is than us.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Mitch, start it off.
I'm going to start us off by having her talk.
Yep.
So
That's why we're here.
Cassie, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, normal stuff. You're married, you got kids.
Yeah.
How'd you get here today? Background story, and go.
Yes. Yeah. So, Cassie, as they have already stated, and I have
Is that
been
short
married.
for anything?
It is. It is short for Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Cassandra is the long one.
Called it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. But I've never gone by Cassandra ever.
Okay.
Like my mom called me Cassie before I was able to talk. So I was like,
Does
okay.
the Cassandra come out like before the hammer comes down though, like from mom?
Sometimes.
Ooh.
Yeah. When I
Okay.
was younger, it definitely was like Cassandra.
Oh, all right. Good to know.
The mom voice. Yep.
Okay.
That definitely happened. So I've been married to my amazing husband. His name's Aaron. He is awesome. We are middle school sweethearts, which I feel like is pretty unique. We can say we're one step from the high school sweethearts. So we met each other in 7th grade, and he's awesome. He's a super cool guy. We don't have any kids, but we do have one on the way coming soon to a theater near you, April 25th.
Wow.
Yep.
Got a date and everything.
Yep. April's coming up quicker than we expected. But we have always had 2 little fur babies. So our fur children, we have a beagle and a miniature dachshund, and they're adorable.
I'm glad you gave the species because most people out there in Radioland actually care more about your dogs than your children. So we got
That's
we
probably
got a
accurate.
dachshund,
A miniature dachshund.
A miniature dachshund.
Different.
a little smoky.
A little smoky.
She's tiny. She's
See what I did there?
Long hair, short hair?
long hair.
Long hair. Okay.
Long hair.
You're
We
just
had
gonna-
dachshunds growing up.
You're just gonna let my little smoky joke go like that?
Yep,
You're just
sure
gonna
did.
Go right
Sure did.
Grazed right over it.
past it. It's classic.
Yes. The beagle is an older dog. So she's in her.
Aren't they all old souls though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Or
in her
no,
nap
that's a
era.
basset hound. Sorry, I
We had a
got
beagle
my
basset mix,
species
and it was
confused.
he was an old soul.
Both hounds.
Yeah.
So close. And the dachshund is young puppy energy. She's only 2.
Oh, wow. Bouncing on all around the walls.
Yes.
Zoomies, I hear they say.
Zoomies, is that
The
what they call them?
That's what they say.
The zoomies.
Don't know.
Zoom, zoom,
Not
zoom,
a dog
zoom.
person. But this podcast's not about me.
No,
About Cassie.
it's not. And don't say you're not a dog person. People will literally stop watching
That's
the
okay.
show.
We
Yeah.
got Cassie now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The comments, they're
All
going
right.
to go crazy.
All right. So, Cassie, what do you feel? Now, wait, hold on. You didn't start with the classic question. Just to confirm, because this is the layman's term show.
Oh, right. You're
We've
not
got
clergy, are you?
You're not clergy, are you?
I am not.
All right.
Sway!
I'm one of.
One
Yeah.
of us. One of us. Maybe better than us.
In our short conversations, I think she's far beyond us. But
Accurate. So, what do you think your greatest skill or strength is that you bring to our church?
Yeah. So I always talk about this one because it was one that was hard for me to accept for a little while about myself. And I've heard, if you've been watching the channel for a while, that you had a series a few months ago about this. But my spiritual gift is meekness. And, a lot of times meekness is associated with weakness. And so when I first heard that was my spiritual gifting or a strength, I was like, how is that a strength? That's weakness. And then I did more study and had mentors and encouraging people that were like, hey, I don't think you're really understanding what that is. Like there's a gentleness, there's a kindness, there's compassion and empathy, and meekness is not always a bad thing. And Jesus was meek. And so I'm like, now I say I'm meek like Jesus.
yeah.
And the meek shall inherit the earth.
And you're on a voot. And that was our series we talked about.
On a boot.
So, but we did talk about how she's smarter than us. B, she's more qualified to be here than us.
Correct.
And we skipped over the fact of, how long you've been in ministry and your previous ministry experiences.
Oh, yeah, that's
that
great.
leads
That's a great
into,
question.
that is part of the great skills and strength she's going to bring to the church. So give us a
True.
quick
Yes.
elevator
Rundown.
speech of
Yes.
how, where you come from ministerially speaking.
Yes. So I've been in vocational ministry or
Oh,
paid
wow.
ministry.
See that?
Wow. This is too big of words for our show.
Where
Do we have a
they
dictionary?
they pay you the big bucks, but not always the big bucks. I have been in that for 9 years, but I've been serving since I was a middle school kid. So I've been serving the church in all, different ways. But throughout my time, as I made it a career and kind of my whole life, my passion, I have done so many different things. So I started in missions, doing missions in Romania and Jamaica. So fun. Love learning about different cultures and different types of people groups. So that was great. And then I transitioned into like a youth and family field. So the next generation, I always joke that I've worked with like 0 through 30-year-olds, young adults. So from they're born all the way until they get to really make that choice to
And become socially irrelevant.
yes. And they don't know the lingo anymore. Yeah. Which is me. I'm close. I'm close to the 30 mark. So soon I'll be there.
Well, good. We don't have to ask that question.
Yes, I'm good.
But it did answer a lot of questions about why she's cooler than us.
Yeah, that's
All
for
right.
sure. That's for sure. Now, this next question is near and dear to Mitch's heart, I think. If you could only have one decoration at your house, and it was a cross-stitched Bible passage, because it has to be a cross-stitched Bible passage.
Okay.
What passage would it be, and why?
Ooh, okay. I like it. Well, I'm gonna go Old Testament,
Oh.
which is, maybe flip. I love the New Testament too, but Old Testament, my favorite is Proverbs. I love anything about the wisdom, that accepting of the wise. I also love being a female. I love that they refer to wisdom as a lady. She's Lady Wisdom.
That's right.
So that's fun. So probably like the Proverbs 3. I
Okay.
really like that. Yep.
Look at this.
Way better answer than one I would have come up with.
Yeah. Judges 6:12. That's where I go.
I do
You're so
have
judgy.
I do have a few
I'm
verses.
not. I'm not at all.
Why are you picking Judges then?
I don't know. Why am I turning to look at you? People are seeing my thin spot in the back of my head.
Accurate.
I do have a few Bible verses tattooed as well that aren't Proverbs. So,
Oh.
All right.
so if I had to do a
let's
backup,
let's
you
hear
want a
'em.
backup?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on my finger here, I have Revelation, which I did intentionally because Revelation was always a scary book.
Yeah.
Growing up, you're like, oh, Revelation, it's the doom and gloom book. It's the end times. And so this verse means a lot to me. It's Revelation 17, verse 14. Chapter 17, verse 14. And it talks about how, he's the King of Kings, he's the Lord of Lords, and those who are faithful and chosen and servants will be with him in the end. So it kind of was me conquering that fear of Revelation.
Nice.
So that's a backup one.
All right, next.
That might be all I've got for now.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'll
all
keep
right.
the
Hey,
other ones.
other episodes. Save some.
Got it.
Some
Save it
content.
for the other
Save some
episodes.
content.
Gotta save it. We gotta have the people come ask.
Yeah, there you go.
You and her can talk about this later when she's replaced me as a host.
I thought she was going to replace me.
Oh. Yeah, awkward show.
So, what's your favorite Bible person or character other than Jesus? Of course.
This one is easy for me because I feel like I oftentimes toe between these two people. So I love the story of Mary and Martha.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and I toe between that. I toe between being a Martha, which is probably more my natural leaning, and wanting to be a Mary and just sitting at the feet of Jesus and not being worried about preparing everything. I'm a planner. I'm a preparer. I love hospitality and hosting. And so I totally would be a Martha. I would be running around the house like and mad at my sister. Help me. It's the holidays. So,
Yeah.
a lot of people are hosting around the holidays.
And we've talked a lot about that. It's not the running around the house. It's not the doing the things.
Right.
Yes.
It's not the doing the things that Jesus. It was the yelling at her sister part.
Yes. Yes, it was
Right?
mad at her
Right.
sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're not
If
helping
you leave
me.
your sister out of this, it's
Would've been
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
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 Yep. And what Jesus responds, when he says, like, she's doing the right thing. So, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Ooh. Vintage. All right. Who's your favorite apostle?
And why?
Ooh. Okay, I'm a big fan of Peter because I am I took another, I love personality quizzes, so I'm totally going to mention
Me
that.
too.
But I took another personality quiz where I am a wanderer. So I am a question.
Did you do 16 personalities?
Yeah, I think that was the one that I
it
did.
was.
Yep.
You're a wanderer. Is that
Wanderer.
was it yellow? Was that the color on the
Yes,
wanderer?
I think so,
I was
yes.
green.
Yep.
I'm a campaigner.
Campaigner. I love it.
That
That's awesome.
that tracks.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love
Keith
the questions.
didn't classify. He's an introverted extrovert, and they didn't even have a thing for it.
I'm literally an
They were
introvert,
like,
actually.
nope.
Falls into all of them. A little of all. That's good.
Like introverted, extrovert.
Yeah, sure.
Only one in the
Omnivert,
room.
right?
Of
Is
like
In
that
the
what they call
world.
that?
300
Omnivert.
people.
An omnivert.
An omnivert.
An omnivert. Nice.
He
Yeah.
eats meat and vegetables, people.
Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, but I love how often Peter challenges Jesus and asks him tons of questions. And a lot of times people are like, "Oh, Peter with his questions," and I'm like, that would have been me. I would have been like, "Wait, what? Can you tell it to me one more time?"
Slow it down.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love Peter too. You read anything? You read words on pages?
I do.
Or do you do
I
all
from time
digital?
to
Do you do
time.
a digital? Are you digital words
Or hard.
or hardcover
copy.
paper things?
I do like to actually have books. I have a big
For
collection.
smashing bugs or
Yeah.
for like
I will say I struggle to keep up with a book. Like I'm a big I get through it and I'm like, okay, I need to finish that one, but I started a new one.
Mhm.
And so I
Oh.
need to finish that one and then I started a new one. So oftentimes I have a bunch of books that are halfway through.
Oh yeah, I can tell you lots of great stuff from the first part of lots of books.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm like, oh, I made it halfway through that. Yeah, I need to pick that back up sometimes.
Usually can't tell you their closing thoughts. Usually like this podcast.
I'm usually like.
Well,
those
so what do
TV
you
shows.
read anything now?
For pleasure or for work?
Oh,
Like
pleasure.
spiritual? Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
So right now, and this one's kind of, this one's an intense one. So I'm an emotions person. I love a good emotional book. And this one's a tearjerker. I'm reading The Tattooists of Auschwitz,
Oh,
which is about
yeah, I heard about that one.
Yeah, the tattooist that was there in that camp. And yeah, it's a tearjerker. It's also a little bit of a love story. So he finds his spouse there. So, and it's not an autobiography, but a biography. So someone sat with him and wrote down his story
that's
and
cool.
made it into a book. Yeah, it's very cool, but it is a tearjerker. So
I imagine so. Well, Keith, you're up next. What
Oh,
question you got?
this one's kind of near to my heart because I find myself in a rhythm of listening to maybe the same song or going to the same song over and over again. So what is the current worship song or hymn that you can't stop thinking about or listening to right now in this moment?
I know it instantly. So I'm a huge Torrin Wells fan. He's awesome. And so he has a song called The Hills and Valleys.
Okay.
And it's all about just going through the ups and downs, and God's always with you. He's there in the valleys. He's there in the low points. You look up to him, and then you also credit him when you're on the hill, when you're doing good. And so I actually just got to see him in concert for the first time. He was at the Missouri State Fair.
Oh, wow.
And so I got to go with a couple of my students, took him out, and we went and saw him, and it was even better live.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's on repeat. for
Wow.
sure.
Nice. I love it. Yeah, sometimes I'll listen just the same song while weed eating or whatever, just on repeat. And I know that it would annoy my family, so I just put the earbuds in and go for it.
Yes.
All right. Well, what do you do when
Yeah.
you're not doing ministry and
Watching the dog Zoomy.
Yeah.
Yes,
well,
that's
that
true.
could be part of it.
Oh, that could be a hobby.
That could have been the
It's
answer.
not really a hobby.
I don't
Being a
know.
dog parent.
Don't know. Don't
think
ask
that's
me.
a hobby.
Not a dog person. Say it again. Go. What do you do?
You've said it twice now.
Yeah.
I do enjoy spending time with my dogs, but more like hiking, like outdoors. Like I love my husband and I. We love like finding new trails, new little places. We love visiting national parks when we can travel. So we just went to Elephant Rock. If you've ever been to Elephant Rock, so cool. And our littlest dog loves to like climb things. So she was like climbing the tallest rocks, which scared me a little, but she did great. She didn't fall. So yeah, I love being outdoor. I think that's like our main hobbies: getting out of the house, being outdoors.
What about the winter?
Trail in Missouri?
Even in the winter, I like to be out,
Yeah,
but I
it's
do
cold
get
swim.
cold, so I'm bundled up. You only see like this much of me.
Favorite trail in the area?
Oh, so not super familiar with this area.
Well, Missouri. Then.
Yes.
We'll go
Missouri. Yes.
There you go.
Yes. In Missouri, I think I really like the Katy Trail. We've done the Katy
Yeah.
Trail quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there's a couple local ones. We currently live in Blue Springs, but looking to move. But there's a couple that we just frequent in Blue Springs. So we always have to check first if they're dog friendly. So some of them, like, I really like the Burr Oak Trail, but Burr Oak is not dog friendly.
Oh,
So
interesting.
we can't do that one with the dogs, and we feel bad when we leave them out.
I didn't know some of the trails were not dog.
You got to
friendly.
be on leash or not
no,
allowed.
it's considered like a reservation, and so they don't allow any animals onto there.
Yeah,
so,
don't scare the squirrels.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, respect the wilderness. Which
Okay.
one
I
of our
don't know.
dogs is Barker, so she would scare the
Oh,
squirrels. Yeah,
maybe that's it.
she would.
Okay.
So.
I think squirrels are pretty high anxiety anyway.
Mm,
You know,
mhm.
I wonder how many squirrels just die of heart attacks.
Yeah.
Just
I wonder how many of them die from falling out of trees.
because they had a heart attack.
There's a lot of like jumpers, and they don't make it, and then they just seem to bounce and then run.
No,
off.
they're fine then.
Yeah.
I watched a
They're
whole.
like cats.
I watched a whole thing on that.
Always limp.
They have 9 lives.
No, they actually can't. There's not a height they can fall from. It's something to do with like their hollow bones and
Really?
like the terminal velocity isn't enough for them to.
Interesting. I'll have to research that.
Yeah.
Fact check me, Keith.
Fact check. Next episode. All right, here it is. This will tell all of us a lot about you. What's the best joke you got?
Ooh.
Oh, she's had a quick. I'm going to give her a little time to buy a little time, but she has not seen any of these questions. She has
has not,
answered
no.
everything. Like
So
she's had
far.
an answer for everything.
This is
So
hard.
I feel like I'm doing my part right now to
This
take
is
up
also a
take up a
PG-rated
little bit of
podcast, too.
oxygen here to give her time to. So hopefully she's not even listening to me. She's coming
Just
up with a
thinking
joke.
about that joke.
Yeah, I
'Cause-
definitely am not. I do not have a joke on the ready. I would say, yeah,
Wow, stumped her.
my husband is much funnier than I am, so he's gonna be like, "Wow, you didn't have a joke." But I definitely I like the cliche dad jokes. Those are my favorite like genre of jokes. Like if it's just a pun and then it's just dry, I'm like, "Wow, what a dad joke."
Yeah,
That's
I've
great.
told this one before, but I don't think
Do
she's
it.
heard
Yeah,
it. So
do
do
it.
you want me to give her a joke?
Yeah, and I can give her another.
Okay.
joke. Go for it.
Well, if Cassie, if you believe 12.5% of scripture,
Mhm.
that makes you an atheist.
Oh. That's pretty good. That was a pretty good one. I liked it.
Little math
terrible.
joke.
That's so terrible. So terrible.
What do you have?
Why didn't the toilet paper cross the road?
I don't know why.
It got stuck in the crack.
Oh,
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
A shout out to my wife for that one. That's her joke. So
all right.
One of my favorite ones that's been going around that I keep seeing on social media, because, expecting a child, my social media has now just become funny children
Oh,
videos.
okay.
That's the algorithm, just hilarious children doing hilarious things. And one of my favorite ones is, why is the chicken so funny?
Why?
Because it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
You got to
Get
do
it?
your best.
I
squat.
get it. Oh,
I told the kids that joke, but I changed it up. I just said, why did the chicken cross the road? And
Yeah.
I was like,
Because.
because.
Yeah, you got to get your best chicken squawk in.
Parker does it really great.
I bet he does.
He does it really great. Don't tell my youngest, don't tell him a knock-knock joke because for the next 30 minutes, he will be trying to make one up and they're generally terrible.
Well, your oldest told me one that really got me good.
Which
she
one?
She said, what's a, what do you call teachers that won't fart in public? Private tutors. I just thought it was really good.
That is a really
You
good
know?
one. That
And
is
I was
good.
like, I don't know. I know lots of teachers, and they all fart in public. I don't even know what you'd call them.
Private
That's
tutors.
awesome.
Okay, now this one's controversial, very controversial. So I hope you're ready. What temperature do you set your thermostat to in the summer, and vice versa in the winter?
Ooh, okay. So I'll start by probably the most controversial part, as we set it one temperature year round. We do. We set it.
And forget it.
It's pretty much stays that way. Unless we have like a really nice day when it's warm out, we'll open up the windows, we'll turn it off.
Yeah.
But if it's set, if it's on one temperature. And that's usually 68. 68. We keep it a little
Set
cold.
it and forget it.
No. It's 68 in the winter and 74 in the summer.
Yeah, you are.
What's your set it and forget it? I don't think we've ever talked about this.
You are a dad.
I am. I'm so a dad on that.
I'm as long that you want to balance uncomfort with optimal money savings.
Correct.
Yep.
70.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
72.
72.
72.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I go a little colder in winter because generally people have like more layers on, so it's okay.
No, our house is just
72 would be a little
our house
crispy
just
warm.
functions poorly. Right, like like it's a 15-degree difference between
Yes.
like the extreme
Yes.
at the exact same time and that. So like what the thermostat.
It's like this office and your office.
Yeah. What the
This office,
Yeah.
I'm sweating and I'm in
It's
a t-shirt.
94 in here right now.
Your
I
office,
think it
And-
it's like
and-
62.
Yeah, and I have an iced coffee sitting on my desk, and I didn't pour it that way. It
Yeah,
is.
my husband is naturally like a really warm person, so he's like, we gotta keep it cool. So he'll even open the windows in the winter, and because
Oh.
he's just he likes it. And there's always fans. There's fans everywhere. Fans are always going.
Fans are optimal money saving devices.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they just, unless you're in the room, they save you nothing.
Yeah, in the room.
I know.
Turn the fan on. Circulate the air.
You have one in it.
Get it pumping. Okay. If you had one toy that you had grown up with that you still have or you would love to have, what toy would that be?
I'm gonna go real old school. So
Mm.
I had
Lincoln Logs?
No, not quite that old. Well, I don't know. I'd have to do like the which came first, Lincoln Logs or the Cabbage Patch doll.
Oh my gosh.
I had a Cabbage
Yes.
Patch baby that came with the birth certificate,
Mhm.
and I was like, wow, I am a mother. I have a birth certificate and a baby doll. So I was a big Barbies and babies girl. So, yep, I had my Cabbage Patch doll, and I adored her, and I like framed.
Do you remember her name?
Her birth certificate. I don't remember. I think it
I
gave
don't remember
a name.
mine's either. I don't remember mine's either.
I'm a terrible mother. I can't remember my child's name.
Wow.
Do you remember your child's birth date?
Yeah.
No, I think it came with one, and I was
She's like, that's
I'm-
why I have a certificate.
So
I don't
can
have to remember it. It's written down.
Yeah, it was on the wall. I just looked when I needed to know.
We went to growing up. We went to was it the Xavier Roberts Hospital? It's like the place where the Cabbage Patch Kid dolls were made. It's like
Oh,
in
yeah.
North Georgia, and my grandparents lived in North Georgia, so we drove. It was like a 45-minute drive from their house. We went on vacation, drove there, and they had like this big room with the little heads poking out of cabbages, and you could pick one.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
actually,
and they would go out and pick it, right, and then give it
yeah.
to you. It was a fantastic experience. I still remember. I think I was 6 or 7. I still remember it. How about you? Did you have a Cabbage Patch Kid doll?
No.
G.I. Joes?
We had cabbages.
You had actual cabbages. You had a Cabbage Patch, and you had lots of kids around.
That's the same thing.
No?
No.
Brothers.
Brothers.
Those are
Brothers,
kids.
no cabbages.
No cabbages.
All right. Hey, we were like
we were wrapping up.
2/3 of the way through here, and we got to get into rapid fire.
Now, do you understand rapid fire? You understand how this works?
Answer quickly.
Quickly, without thought, first thing that pops in, go for it.
Okay,
Mitch?
I'm ready.
We alternating?
No, you do
Favorites?
and I'll do this or that.
All right, these are favorites.
Okay, favorites. Got it.
Favorite main course.
Ooh, chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo. Favorite candy.
Hot tamales. I like a spicy.
I'm writing it down, but
Gotta write it
now I
down.
just wrote down tamales underneath
The
main course.
tamales.
So
Do you like tamales?
They're all right.
Only if they're hot and in a little box that you can shake.
Yeah, and cinnamon flavored.
yeah, don't steam those though.
No,
Just
don't-
stick together.
yeah, just one hot tamale.
Favorite television show.
Ooh, right now, Psych.
Of all time, which
wow.
Of all time, maybe Friends.
She said of right now and then named a 20-year-old show.
one? Yeah. it's like-
We just discovered it. We didn't know it was that old.
So when did you watch Friends when it was actually first aired?
Did you ever
and-
see
and
original
stuff? Did you see the
episodes?
original episodes, or did you?
I'm not sure that I've always used streaming services, so probably not.
That-
when it
okay,
was
that'd be a
originally
hard
aired.
no.
Yeah.
I found
Yeah,
it. I found
I've
it
binged it many times.
funny in COVID when people are like, "Oh my gosh, I discovered this show. It's the greatest show. Have you watched it?" And you're like, "What is it?" Friends. And you're like, "Yeah, it's a 20-year-old show.
Yeah.
Congratulations for just
Yeah.
discovering."
Or more.
My favorite new Friends, though, like the new age Friends, is New Girl. New Girl is great.
Okay.
New Girl is great. So if you like Friends, I think you'll like New Girl
All
because
right.
it's like the newer.
I didn't really like Friends.
the newer-
Maybe you'll like New Girl.
Maybe I will.
Maybe you will.
Color.
Ooh, my initial reaction was black,
There it is. Black.
Black.
Write it down.
which is a boring answer, but I also like pink and green.
Pink and green.
Mhm.
Movie.
What shade of green?
Like a sage green. That was my
Mhm.
wedding color, like a
Okay.
sage olive neutral
I
greens.
like it.
I love a good drab also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Movie.
Ooh, I want to say Rent because I love musicals.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
That's up there for me. Or I love a Halloween movie, so I love Hocus Pocus.
Ooh.
Yeah, great
So
classic.
good.
All right, I'm gonna go on top of that. What is your favorite actor?
Ooh.
Or actress.
No,
Or
male or
actress.
female, they're both actors.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, okay, Sandra Bullock.
It's a little speed.
Or Keanu Reeves.
Oh, speed.
I gave you a male and a female.
Nice. Love it.
Favorite sport
Ooh,
to play,
to play.
ooh.
to participate in actively.
Hiking is a sport.
Does color guard count? I was in color guard.
Sure.
Sure, yeah, that
Did you
counts.
hold on? Did you catch? Did the flag ever leave your hand
It did.
and then come back and you caught it?
Mm-hmm, And I
Sport.
did rifle too. Yeah,
Okay.
your upper body has to be
As long as
there.
if
so.
you just always threw it but you never caught it, like you never stuck the landing,
yeah.
I would say you didn't do
You
the sport.
didn't.
But if you threw the thing and you caught the thing, you fully
It counts.
It counts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure they wouldn't let you on the parade route if you had a 0% success rate on throwing and catching.
Yeah,
I feel like you
it
can
would be tough.
just accidentally catch it once.
That's fine. It's just then you qualify. Low bar of entry here on
They'll
the.
just put you in the back if you only catch it once. You're in the back row.
So you don't trip people. All right. Sports team.
Oh, Chiefs.
Mhm.
Chiefs.
Not controversial enough there. Holiday.
Holiday? Well, Halloween, but also Christmas. The two main ones. The Christmas is great.
Nightmare Before Halloween. Christmas movie or Halloween movie?
Oh, both.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare
Sorry.
Before Christmas.
Yeah, both. I would watch it both. I watch it more during Halloween time.
Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say more Halloween, but I would watch it during Christmas because I like it.
Yeah. It's okay.
And it's a musical. Singing.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Stop. They're going to kick us off of YouTube.
Sorry.
Unlicensed
mute that part.
song.
So the Mario Kart intro was okay.
Yeah,
but-
because we just made it up.
All right. Condiments. Condiment.
Ooh.
Singular.
Singular.
Ooh, so very controversial answer. I don't really like condiments. I'm not a
Barbecue.
big sauce person.
Hold on.
Mustard.
If somebody
Ketchup.
said you have to dip this chicken nugget in something, what would you put it in?
Something. Oh man, probably
Ranch.
barbecue would
Okay.
be my go-to.
What if somebody said you have to dip this French fry in something? What would you
Oh.
dip it in?
Oh, I don't even know.
Say Frosty.
Wendy's Frosty.
Yes, ice cream. Yes.
Okay.
Honey. I love honey. Is that a condiment?
I
Does that count?
I think that counts.
That counts.
Yes, that counts. Honey counts. Because you could dip a chicken nugget
Of
in some honey.
course.
Yeah,
That would
they
be
used
delicious.
to do
was
that.
my-
They used to have honey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nuggets,
that would be delicious.
And
Yeah.
corn
Put a
dogs.
biscuit right in honey.
Corn dogs.
Corn dogs.
Hot honey.
Hot honey.
Hot
Hot honey.
Dude.
On your pizza, on your anything. Put it
Yes.
On anything.
Okay, counts.
Do you like spicy things?
I have a low tolerance, but I push it. I
Okay.
try to like them. Yep.
All right. And favorite musical artist?
Oh, well, I already said Torn Wells. I was gonna try to think of like a secular one. I'm big into Jelly Roll right now. If you're a
Okay.
Jelly Roll fan,
Okay.
I'm big into. Again, we talked emotions. He's an emotional artist. His songs have so much depth, and it's like his testimony.
I like it. All right.
All right. Now we're
So
on
we're
to
on
Keith's
to- we're
part.
on to
And
this
you
or that.
have.
We're gonna. This is rapid fire.
This
Rapid
is
fire.
rapid. This is
This
gonna be
is actually
perfect.
rapid
This is gonna be
fire.
perfectly timed.
No thinking.
It's this or
No
that. You got to
explanation.
choose one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Steak or fish.
Steak,
Coffee or tea.
coffee,
Winter or summer.
summer,
Sandals or tennis shoes.
tennis shoes,
Pizza or sandwich.
pizza.
Bonus question: is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Breakfast or lunch?
Brunch.
No, you got to
Can I
pick
say
one.
that?
Breakfast or
Oh,
lunch.
Okay, breakfast.
Orange juice or apple juice?
Orange juice.
T-shirt or dress shirt?
T-shirt.
Turtleneck or sweater?
Sweater.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Windows or Mac?
Mac.
Christmas or Easter?
Christmas.
Barbecue or tacos?
Tacos.
Mountains or beach?
Mountains.
Early bird or night owl?
Definitely early bird.
Peter or Paul?
Peter. Peter's my guy.
Marinade or dry rub?
Ooh. I would say dry rub.
Okay, all right.
Not a big sauce.
Doesn't like sauces.
Doesn't like
Yeah,
sauce.
I saw that coming.
I could go both.
Pork ribs or beef ribs?
Ooh. That one's hard. Beef.
The only reason that's hard is because she did have some of her childhood in Texas,
It is hard.
right? Like,
They do pork ribs in Texas.
I know, but that's kind of where they're going to get the beef ribs.
Yeah, that's true.
I will say,
What-
I do think Kansas City barbecue is better than Texas barbecue.
Of course it is.
We know.
Why would? Yeah. Why would it not be? Hot dog or hamburger?
Ooh, hot dog.
And what do you
Okay.
put on the hot dog?
Nothing.
No onions or
Maybe cheese if there's
relish.
cheese, like a chili cheese, but no chili.
Ooh, chili cheese.
Just a cheese dog?
Just a
delicious.
cheese dog. A corn dog. I like corn dogs.
Okay.
With no dip.
We used to use Velveeta slices to glue strips of cooked bacon to a bratwurst.
That sounds
I
great.
love it.
The brats are even better than a hot dog.
Brats are better than hot dogs.
Yeah,
but,
you wouldn't let her say brunch. You won't let her say brat.
No.
All right.
All right. Last question, and then because we're out of
We're out
time.
of sands of time.
If there's anything else you'd like people to know about you, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely close it by saying, I'm just so excited to be here. I can't wait. I can't wait to meet the parents, the volunteers, the sweet kiddos. I can't wait to learn a kid's name. I'm ready. So I'm approachable. Please come approach me on a Sunday morning. Ask me anything. I'm an open book and I'm a talker. So I will talk to you. Absolutely.
Excellent. That's it.
We're super excited to have you here. So with that, we'll see y'all later. Love you guys. Have a good one.
Later.